Calling the meeting back to order. Right, then we will be moving forward to agenda item number 3. Proclaim May 4th as National Day of Prayer in Doña Ana County. May I have a motion, please?
Madam Chair, I would like to make an amendment to the proclamation as it currently reads. I would like to strike out the last sentence of the 5th paragraph. It reads, one such gathering will be held outside the county building at 10 a.m. on Thursday, May 4th on the North Lawn, and all are welcome to join.
Madam Chair, I'll second that motion.
I have a motion to strike that last sentence of the proclamation
5th paragraph,
of
Madam Chair.
pardon me, the 5th paragraph to remove the wording outside the county building. Is that correct?
The gathering held outside the county building.
Madam
Yes,
Chair, from a procedural standpoint, we need to have a motion to approve
And then a
and
motion.
then a motion to amend.
Thank you. May I have a motion to approve and proclaim May 4th as National Day of Prayer in Doña Ana County?
So moved.
Thank you. I have a motion by Commissioner Sanchez. May I have a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Schaljo Hernandez.
Now I motion to amend and remove the last sentence of the 5th paragraph stating one such gathering will be held outside the county building at 10 a.m. on Thursday, May 4th on the North Lawn, and all are welcome to join us.
All right, I have a motion.
I'll second the motion.
What, just a second. Where are you?
It's the whereas.
Whereas, okay. All right. I have a motion to strike the wording of the gathering will be held outside the county building at 10 a.m. on Thursday, May 4th on the North Lawn, and all are welcome to join us. Is there a second?
Second.
I have a second by Commissioner Sanchez. The motion was made by Commissioner Schaljo Hernandez. Commissioner Moody, are you there? I heard a whistle.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, thank you. Any discussion before the proclamation is presented?
I do have a question, Madam Chair.
Yes,
Why are
Commissioner
we
Moody.
removing that last, if I can get some clarification, why are we removing that?
Thank you, Commissioner Murillo. A
Madam-
response to that?
Yeah, I
Commissioner Schaljo Hernandez?
personally believe that the Doña Ana's National Day of Prayer event should not be held on the North Lawn of the county building. I believe that it should be held off-site from the county structure.
Commissioner Murillo, did you hear that?
Yes.
Thank you. Any other comments by the commission?
Madam Chair,
Commissioner Sanchez?
I just wanted to add that it's not with, while we have held the National Day of Prayer here at the county building, it's not without precedence. And I think in 2020 and 2021, the National Day of Prayer their events were held off-site. So it wasn't until, again, last year that we held it on-site. And so I'm in the same sentiment of the Vice Chair, that we not utilize the county property and resources for the event.
Thank you, Commissioner Sanchez. Any other comments? No other comments? I'd like to make a comment. I don't see that there is a problem utilizing county property to pray or to state a proclamation. I know this has probably gone to court, but I don't think there's any clear decision that prohibits prayer on county property. So any other comments?
I'll just make one. I don't believe this is prohibiting prayer on county property. What I believe my point is that I don't believe that this proclamation is all-encompassing to all faiths. And that is where my point lies, is that I would have rather seen a more encompassing proclamation if we were doing something. I understand that this is a National Day of Prayer proclamation, but with that being said, I'm just asking that it be taken off-site like it has in the 2 years past. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Schaljo. And on this, any other discussion? All right, may I have a roll?
Madam Chair, I think you should allow public input on the motion to amend.
Yes, Mr. Gooden.
And at this point, it should be, the comment should be related to the amendment to strike that sentence, not as to the entire thing. That would come back again in a minute.
Mr. Gooden. Anything?
Nothing, no.
We were just having a discussion here related to public input related to an amendment rather than to the broader topic.
All right,
But I
does
think
that,
we're fine to go forward.
thank you. All right, so I've never had this happen before. We just vote on the motion as amended, or do we vote on the amendment and then the motion to approve?
No, you have to vote on the amendment.
All right.
first.
I need a roll call vote on the amendment, please, Amanda.
Commissioner Murillo,
Yes.
Commissioner Reynolds,
Yes.
Commissioner Sanchez,
Yes.
Vice Chair Schaljo Hernandez,
Yes.
and Chair Chaparro.
No. All right, well, the
So the
amendment
amendment-
passes 4-1, and now we will vote on the motion to proclaim May 4th as National Day of Prayer in Doña Ana County,
As,
If
as amended by the motion stated by Commissioner Schaljo Hernandez and voted by a amendment of 4-1. Is that how I
Yes,
state that
that's
correctly?
fine. That's correct. However, normally we're given a chance to read the proclamation and you have to open up
Thank you.
the issue to debate by the commission if
Thank
they
you.
choose.
Thank you, Mr. Macias. Mr. Macias, would you please read the proclamation?
With your permission, Madam Chair, whereas the 72nd observance of the National Day of Prayer will be celebrated Thursday, May 4th, as prayer brings people together in the unity of spirit and love. The theme of this year is to pray fervently in righteousness and avail much. And whereas a National Day of Prayer has been part of our national heritage since it was declared by the First Continental Congress in 1775, the United States Congress approved as a joint resolution in 1952 that the President would set aside and proclaim a day of each year as a National Day of Prayer on which people may turn to God in meditation and prayer at places of worship, in groups or individually. And whereas in 1988, by Public Law 100-307, Congress amended it and established the first Thursday in May as a day to observe National Day of Prayer. And whereas all residents in Doña Ana County, our state and nation, are afforded the privilege of prayer with the joy of seeking divine guidance, strength, protection, and comfort from our respective religious leaders, we treasure the freedom to gather in prayer, exercising reliance on God's power in the face of present challenges and threats, asking for blessings on each individual in Doña Ana County. And whereas the National Day of Prayer is marked by various events and activities across the county, such as prayer gathering, and now my understanding is that the following sentence has been stricken in its entirety by the amendment. Therefore, the Doña Ana County Board of Commissioners does hereby proclaim the 4th day of May as National Day of Prayer. Madam Chair, a proclamation previously as amended for the consideration of the board.
Thank you, Mr. Macias. Any further discussion, commissioners? Mr. Wendler, if you'd like to approach and, not the bench, sorry, I was about to say that. Approach the
No,
podium.
Which one of these is working? Is that one working? Yeah, it's fine. what can I say? It's with great honor, Madam Chair and Commissioners, and everyone here in this room, that on behalf of our Lord, that we accept this proclamation. I understand basically what's happened here. My ears are a little hard to hear sometimes, but I tune in to what the Lord says every day, and he's telling me that, yeah, we really need prayer. It's a reminder that we need to go to those relationships, to nurture those relationships in our faith, in our spiritual lives. And each and every one of us, it's up to us as individuals to decide as we look to our Creator and say, what is it you want to say to me? It's an individual thing, as all things are. All of you administering to the county business, it's within you and your heart to decide what kind of decision you make. And we've heard a lot of things happening here today. I'm reminding of the bike month and as kids. I was an elementary principal, and it brought back a lot of memories. And I'm so thankful that I had that experience working with our youth. And now I'm working with the elder ones. You can see my kanas, okay? And as I get older, I've learned a great deal about nurturing my faith. As the body deteriorates, my spirit grows, and I'm very thankful to my Creator for that. And so I understand your decision on this. I want to thank you personally, Chair Zapato, for your vote. The others, you have a decision to make in your heart as well as all of us. I've already addressed that. This county has been extremely supportive, and we're very appreciative. When I say we, I'm talking on behalf of everyone who has this strong faith, and we know what our faith is. That's what it's all about. So what else can I say? I will say that as I'm sitting here listening to this dialogue, and I'm thinking, well, there's got to be a way. The Lord will provide. He always does. And I know that out front is a public sidewalk, right? It's not on county grounds per se. So I'll just let you know that we in the committee that's put this together at this time will be praying on this and seeing what we're to do. But we need to pray. We need to pray for all of you. We do that all the time. Okay? 1 Timothy 2nd chapter, verses 1 through 6. We're to offer prayers, supplications, intercessions for all people. And I could go on and say the rest. And also, unless the Lord builds a house, they labor in vain who build it. Unless the Lord watches over the city, then the watchman stays awake in vain. First 127th Psalm, verse 1. I can go on with this, but that's my faith. I thank you again very much for your time and your energy and your effort, and God bless you all, okay? Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Wendler. Because the proclamation has been amended, we do not have a proclamation for you today.
Okay.
Mr. Macias, when will he be prepared? Something that,
We can, I'm sure it's being prepared right now.
all right, would you like to wait until it's ready, or?
Madam
I think-
Chair,
How do we
I think
proceed,
that we
Mr.
can go forward with the procedure. You've already voted to amend. So now the next step is to go forward to vote on the actual proclamation itself. We do have it encased in a proper frame, but all we have to do after the picture or the ceremony part of it is just substitute a piece of paper.
Thank you, Mr. Macias. Oh, and here's Janet with the proclamation. May I have a roll call vote, please?
Commissioner Murillo,
Yes.
Commissioner Reynolds,
Yes.
Commissioner Sanchez,
Yes.
Vice Chair Schaljo Hernandez,
No.
and Chair Chaparro.
Yes, motion carries 4-1.
No, that's fine.
She'll take a great picture. Let Commissioner hold on to it and give it to you, Chuck. Yes, let us just substitute.